Hey, good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday night, September 7th, and just making a quick video here. Tomorrow we have 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. We have the Euro bid rate, and then following up at 8:30 with the press conference. Now they're not expected to change rates, as you can see, still sitting at 0. So it's going to really come down to the if that's the case, as what happens a lot of times, it's going to come down to the press conference. And so just wanted to look at a couple of quick pairs here for what might potentially happen. So first we have the Euro Aussie. This is the 2-hour chart. And let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay. So we have this downtrend here that's in place right here. And this looks to be a potential ABC right here. Now, this could also be the end of a larger correction here from the higher time frames, because we have a trend here, and then we could have an ABC here that's now going to move up. But either way, I'm expecting this to go higher, at least to this area right here. So if we have an AB, then I expect overnight that we'll see this kind of drifting lower, and then once the news comes out and the press conference comes out, we'll see this moving higher, at least to this area. And if this whole thing is a wave 2 and we see this drifting lower around the time the news comes out, and then we see it blow past here, then we know that this is a larger move to the upside. But this is the minimum target. And the reason why I have this here is because if this is an A and then this is the B, then the C has to be about the same length as A. So the distance from here to here would be about the same distance from this low up. I measured it. It goes to about here. Okay, so that's the Euro Aussie. Euro Canadian. This is the 2-hour chart also. This looks like to be in a wave 4 right now. So I would expect to see, again, overnight, maybe potentially see this drift a little bit lower and then see this shoot higher. Now, if this is indeed a wave 4, then I wouldn't expect it to go much higher than this, and we could see it reverse back down again. So perhaps we'll see an early rally and then potentially see it reverse. And again, this is a 2-hour chart. Here it is on the 1-hour chart. I think it looks a little better on the 2-hour. So potentially, to see a short-term move. And the Euro Aussie, kind of the same idea here. If you go down to a lower time frame, that again, we have this downtrend here that we could see this be an ABC and then reverse back down. So that's why I was looking at this in this light here. So as being just only a small move up to around this area and then back down again. So the euro dollar, kind of the same thing. To me, this looks like a potential wave 4 or B in progress here, and so the news will probably essentially move back up for a while and then see it reverse back down again. And finally, the euro GBP, the euro pound, same thing. That we'll see. This looks like a corrective move. This whole thing right here looks like a correction. See it drift a little lower, then the news comes out and we'll see it go higher. But this potentially also could be a wave 4 that will end up here and then see it reverse. Shape of the CCI also suggests that this is a wave 4 going down, spread apart, and then see it compress at the time of the news or around that time and see it go back up. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to take some screenshots of these and see what happens when the news comes out. But so again, I think in the short term, when the news comes out, it will be bullish. In the very short term, maybe over the course of an hour to a few hours potentially, but that we could see a reversal after that, just based on the patterns. So again, perhaps you see when the news comes out an initial move to the upside, and then you got the press conference coming out 45 minutes later, and then perhaps at that time you'll see you'll see the trends end and reverse. So just for timing purposes, just an example. Um, as always, no guarantees. We're still obviously what 10 hours from this news, so a lot's going to happen on the chart. In the meantime, I'll be looking at it tomorrow morning, the last half hour or so before the news comes out, and try to make a determination. If it still looks like this, then I'll probably hold to those theories that we'll see moves up on the euro pairs temporarily, and then potentially see them reverse after that. So, um, so that's it. We did have some Aussie news that came out a short time ago here. We had trade balance come out, and it did come out a little bit better than expected. It really didn't do much for the Aussie pairs. Um, just take a quick look at these. Here's the Aussie Swiss 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart. I mean, really a little fractional little move up. Aussie Kiwi is actually going down. Euro Aussie really didn't move. Aussie dollar really hasn't moved. So it was pretty much a non-event on the trade balance numbers. I thought that would be a little bit more of a market mover, but it really didn't do anything. So really nothing to report on that news. So anyways, that's it, guys. Euro news tomorrow morning. Stay nimble. Use your own judgment. But that's the way it looks right now. Like I said, either a brief move up and then potential reversal after that. But I will look at it again in the morning. So that's it, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you all.